Hi everyone and welcome back to yet another video. The fall of Instagram and the rise of Twitter for photographers. So Twitter was like the home place now of NFTs. I'll make another video on NFTs and what they are. Twitter became this massive community like nearly overnight for photographers and just creatives in general. It all happened when Instagram revealed that they were going to be a video sharing platform instead of a photo sharing platform. So everyone just went to Twitter, and overnight, like photographers and creatives just took over Twitter. There was group chats made. Every second tweet that I was seeing was from a photographer, and for years I didn't use Twitter. I had it, I didn't use it. But now it's one of my most used apps. The only sort of real reason I use like Instagram still is like I would post like a story a day just to have something there, but I haven't posted in a while. And by posting Twitter nearly every day, the people, like, let's just talk about the people on Twitter compared to the people on Instagram. The people on Twitter are just immensely more friendly. They're a lot more welcoming. I've seen people like that I talk to on like a daily basis that have like thousands and thousands of followers on Twitter and on Instagram, but they'll talk to you like they've just started photography. They're just incredibly friendly. You don't get that like superiority level. Like there's people there who are making like thousands, if not like nearly touching millions on NFT sales. Again, I'll talk about that in another video. But they'll ask you how your day is. It's absolutely crazy. But on Instagram, there's like this level of toxicity that is just engulfed in the app itself. Even when you post something, like every comment is either a promotional thing or it's like someone saying that they'll like your photo if you like theirs, or they'll follow you if you follow them. But on Twitter, that's not the way it is. Like you follow the people you like, you don't follow the people you don't like. The comparisons are like endless, even down to the quality of the content, because with with Instagram you were confined to like the wee tiny box, but now it's you can post sort of full ass photos, and it just makes it so much. It makes it so much nicer. Again, like your following on that app doesn't really matter for interaction. Your interaction isn't sort of directly linked to your followers. It's whoever sees your content, and that can be retweeted from anybody. It can be the use of like hashes, it can be the use of just when you post. Unlike Instagram where you need to have so many followers to see your stuff, or that's the way I kind of perceived it as anyway, that you needed like a big following to get anywhere on Instagram. But Twitter's so much different. It's definitely noticed that it's now photo sharing for photographers and creators 100%. It's utilized like so many things since the transition that came over. So they've introduced the likes of Spaces, and they know themselves that they are like the home for NFTs, to the point where if you have bought an NFT, you can link that to your profile, and instead of like a circle, you're going to get near like a hexagon to show that you are the owner of that NFT. It's really cool. Like I really like it. So I think like Instagram's basically dying at this point. I know a lot of people have talked about how it's going downhill. I think at one point they wanted to try and make it a paid service, which that would have ultimately killed it. That like in the water, dead, done. They haven't, and they've just got rid of a lot of things, and I just don't think their fan base appreciated it. Because you can see everybody who posts photos are now on Twitter, and the videographers are on Instagram, but I've also seen a lot of videographers also transition to Twitter, because like I was saying before, the toxicity level from like Instagram to Twitter is shockingly different. And then with the likes of all the other like social media apps coming out, more specifically for like the NFT side of things, that's just pulled them away even more. So like OpenSea and Foundation, they're both very big sites for photographers and creatives, which is what Instagram used to be. It used to be the hub for creators, videographers, photographers, everything. And I feel like Twitter was for like shit posting. Now that's just flipped. So Twitter now has like just mountains of content. The creators are absolutely phenomenal. Instagram, on the other hand, is full of ads and it's full of just garbage at this point. And a lot of bots are there. Like, we still get bots on Twitter, but there is so many on Instagram. It gets to the point where it's kind of annoying. I'm not a big fan of Instagram anymore. It used to be good until they shot themselves in the foot, and once they shot themselves, that's when Twitter realized, and they came in and they grabbed it. They grabbed all of their photographers and they chucked them over to their own app, and now they're doing immensely well. And that's just the way it is, I guess, for now. Until the next big app comes out for photo sharing, Twitter is going to be king. Now, that's not to say Twitter hasn't stolen things as well to make their app better than others. Like when Clubhouse came out, if you guys remember, you know, that whole sort of craze, they had rooms. I think they were called rooms. Like, they are what spaces are on Twitter. And I'm assuming once Twitter seen that, they thought, hey, that's a good idea, we should implement that somehow. So they grabbed that, put it into Twitter, and it was really broken for like the first month or so. It was there to the point where there was like a terminology that the Twitter fanbase created called getting rugged, and it just meant when like you were talking in a space and the space ended or it crashed on you, it was called getting rugged. So it happened that frequently that there was a terminology coined for it. It's a lot better now. There is still the odd hiccup where everything just goes to shit and everything has to be reset again. The final takeaway that I just kind of want to say is that I do think that Instagram is dying until they sort of clean up their shit and get a better perspective on the creative community. I don't think they're going to get much better. I think that they're going to lose a lot more people than they actually gain. Videographers might see a sort of slight increase, but again, even though that they're now going to promote more video content than photo content, I still think that the fan base there, they're just too toxic. And I think that they're not genuine to other creatives. I think they always want to one-up one another. And that's not how creatives should be. We should be influencing each other and like bouncing ideas off each other, helping each other, not competing to see who gets the most views or who does better. And that's why I like Twitter so much. Like, creatives that have 5 followers and a creative that has, you know, 5 million followers, they'll communicate with each other and they'll bounce ideas off each other, they'll compliment each other, hell, they'll even like, they'll connect with each other and they could become friends. And that's the way I think that social media for creatives and photographers, videographers, whatever you're doing, I feel like that's what it should be. I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. I would really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to the channel, if you guys would hit the little like notification bell. If you like the video, comment down below if you want to see any other kind of video, if you want to see any other type of content on this channel. So from me, thanks for watching, and I hope that you guys all have an absolutely fantastic day.